What's going on, everyone? Appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. In my past one, I mentioned how Bethesda just recently added a mysterious free limited time item that we can unlock within the Atomic Shop. As you can see, this first mystery item that we got was this plastic Nuka Shine hat, which we were able to craft after we unlocked that free mystery item. Now, I know a Nuka Shine hat was sold in the past in the Atomic Shop, but this one isn't exactly the same as the one that was sold in the past. As you can see, here is the one that was sold in the Atomic Shop a while back. It has a metallic look to it, and the new one that Bethesda recently just introduced into the game has a more vibrant look to it with a yellow color theme. And there's also some news within the inside of the vault, just in case you missed me talking about this previously. As you can see here, this is what was stated in the most recent inside of the vault on Bethesda's website. Mysterious new arrivals. Cryptic new items have begun appearing in the Atomic Shop that you can claim for free. Only one of these mysterious objects will be available at any given time. Each will stick around for a few days, and 3 of them will arrive this week on the dates below. Be sure to keep an eye on the shop next week as well to collect as many as you can and reveal a few surprises. And below this, it states how long they will be lasting within the game. The first one will last from March 10th to the 13th, the second one will last from the 13th to the 16th, and the third one will last from the 16th to the 18th. Now, recently I got some more insights over these mysterious items that will be coming into the game, so I'm about to be releasing to you all some major spoilers. So if you don't want to know what the other mysterious items will be coming into the game and how this exactly will work, click out of this video now. Okay, yeah. I think that's a good enough spoiler warning. Anyways, as you can see, a Reddit post was recently made, which, by the way, I'll have a link down below to this Reddit post if you want to further investigate this information that I'm providing to you all. But anyways, as you can see, this Redditor had mentioned every free Atom Shop mystery item you claim will unlock your ability to get many different items. The mystery items aren't actual items, but just conditions that added up to unlocking things. A little confusing, I know. The game doesn't care which items you unlock, it just keeps track of the total items unlocked and awards items accordingly. So for example, say like you miss this first mystery item, and you don't miss the second one. The second one will still be the same as this first one we unlocked since you missed the first one. You'll still get the plastic Nuka Shine hat. But if you unlock this first one and you go to unlock this second one, it'll be a different reward. It'll be the second mystery item that we're going to be getting. So here's exactly how it works. If you unlock the first mystery item that we unlock, we'll get a plastic Nuka Shine beer hat. And if we manage to unlock 2 mystery items, which I just mentioned when the second one will be coming into the game, we'll unlock a cask Nuka Shine keg. It's pretty awesome because I've always wanted to get my hands on a keg. Now keep in mind, this isn't like the classic beer keg that we can see within the camp selection category, as you can see here for an example. Unfortunately, that's not in the game at the moment. That's the reason why I've always wanted to get my hands on a keg. As soon as I saw this in the game, I was like, okay, how do I get this? But unfortunately, we can't get it at the moment. A lot of players thought this would be a reward from Biv, but it turns out that's not the case. Bethesda's more than likely going to be adding this within the Fallout 76 Wastelanders DLC. However, we can unlock these new Nuka Shine kegs that will be rewarded to us within these mystery items. So if we manage to get into the game and unlock 2 mystery items, we'll get this cask Nuka Shine keg. If we manage to unlock 3 mystery items, we'll get a short pony Nuka Shine keg and a tall pony Nuka Shine keg, which these are basically just different variants of a keg, in case you guys might be wondering what these are. I'll be real with you, I was a little confused myself because there's so many different variants that they're talking about here. Anyways, if we manage to unlock 4 of the mystery items over time, we'll get a half barrel Nuka Shine keg. And for the 5th mystery item that will eventually come into the game, it'll give us Nuka Shine wallpaper and a Nuka Shine player icon. Now, at the moment, we can actually see this Nuka Shine wallpaper. A lot of players thought that we could get this from the first mystery item. A lot of comments were spammed on my previous video saying that there was Nuka Shine wallpaper as well. And, well, it turns out that mystery is now solved. That'll be coming to us once we unlock 5 of the mystery items. Yeah, sure, we can see it currently in the game, but however, this is what pops up when you go to try to use this wallpaper on your wall. You can't exactly use it at the moment. You're going to have to unlock, once again, 5 mystery items over time when they eventually come into the game. So far, we only know about 3. I'm sure Bethesda plans on adding these into the game until Wastelanders officially releases. At least, that's my guess. Just to give players that are still currently playing the game something a little special before the big DLC comes out and tons of other players will hop on board to experience Fallout 76. And the Redditor made a note, by the way, at the end here, talking about how, once again, this isn't going to be unlocking the basic beer keg that most of us already know about. A lot of players were once again thinking that'd be a reward from Biv eventually, but yeah, turns out we can't get that in the game whatsoever at the moment. Still, pretty awesome to know that we're officially about to be getting kegs introduced into Fallout 76 now. And by the way, the Redditor gave special thanks to the data miners here at the bottom within the data mining Discord. So yeah, big props to them for pushing out this information for the community. Now we know about these limited time items that'll be coming into the game. We just have to collect these mystery items over time, which so far all we know about are 3 of them that are coming. March 10th to the 13th, March 13th to the 16th, and March 16th to the 18th. So try to be on those times to at least unlock these mystery items so you can get these special limited time rewards. Kind of reminds me of back in the day around Easter time where we had to collect all of the Deathclaw eggs that counted as camp items. And if we did collect them all, we got this special limited time Easter bunny mask. As you can see, here's what that looked like. So it holds some pretty special value in a sense. Unfortunately, we can't trade these limited time items, but at least we get to display them in some kind of way to show that we were around in Fallout 76 during these specific times. It's kind of a way to show that you're an original player. Honestly, I think that's pretty awesome of Bethesda to do this for their remaining community that still plays Fallout 76. Because like I just mentioned, we're going to be getting tons of new players when Wastelanders officially releases. I know there are players just specifically waiting for that to release to start playing. Which, hey, I'm not hating. If they don't like the game right now, there's no sense in playing the game. Because, you might as well not be doing something that you're not truly enjoying. You shouldn't be forcing yourself to play a game. Okay, so lastly up here, I wanted to go over a previous Inside the Vault that Bethesda recently shared that I forgot to share with the community. In case you missed out on this, Bethesda actually responded within this Inside the Vault, answering some questions that the community had. Starting off with a big one that I was personally having, can we still launch nukes in Wastelanders? If so, what happens to settlements like Crater and Foundation? And Bethesda answered with this response: you can definitely still launch nukes in Wastelanders. This isn't the Raiders or the Settlers' first rodeo either. They will jump into their own hazmat suits to protect themselves from radiation. So that's pretty interesting. I know when Fallout 76 Wastelanders officially releases, I am going to be testing to see what happens when we do nuke the Raiders settlement as well as the Settlers settlement. I feel like it's going to be pretty interesting, and I feel like we're going to get some interesting dialogue from characters that are at Foundation and the Crater. Can't wait to see what actually happens. So yeah, pretty cool that Bethesda confirmed that. Anyways, the next question the community asked Bethesda: does the Wastelander storyline override the story in the base game? Bethesda answered saying no, we've worked to weave the new Wastelander story into what's already there in the base game. New characters will still be able to complete all base game content in addition to the new quests. Also, some of what you accomplished in the base game story will have a role to play in Wastelanders. So that's pretty interesting. We may get some interesting dialogue from certain characters going through the story if we've already completed the base game compared to if we haven't. Anyways, the next question was from the community: is Wastelanders going to be strictly solo play, or will team play be an option? Thought this was a pretty obvious answer, but Bethesda responded saying you can play through the new story content solo or as part of a team. If you are the team leader, your teammates can also choose to listen in as you have conversations with different NPCs during your quest. Now, I didn't know that was going to be an option. That's pretty cool that our teammates will be able to listen in. That's neat. Anyways, the next question from the community was: are major balance changes coming with Wastelanders? I heard specifically bloodied builds will be nerfed in the future. Not exactly sure if that's factual or not. But anyways, Bethesda answered to this question saying during the event last year, we had discussed a balance pass coming with Wastelanders, but since then we have revised those plans. At Bethesda Game Days, we mentioned that we want to make all regions of Appalachia engaging for characters of all levels in the future, and that is where we will plan to focus our balancing efforts. So nothing about the bloody builds being nerfed. I know that is something the community is also majorly curious about. Anyways, the next question from the community was: how are you combating exploits and improving security? They responded saying, we take exploits and cheating seriously, and we are working to address cheating and close out exploits as often as possible. For example, earlier this year we implemented tech that enables us to address certain issues and exploits without needing to bring the game offline for maintenance, which allows us to be more agile than before. We also still have plans to roll out multi-factored authentication, and we will have more details as we are more near to its release. So yeah, that's some positive news right there, that they're coming up with new ways to make sure that exploits and cheating doesn't happen in the game, because that is a huge complaint from the community, and it's a good complaint. However, I'm not really affected by it as much, just because most of these cheats are happening with third-party software on PC. Yeah, in case you don't know, I do play on console, so I'm not really affected by this as much. However, there are still some glitches that come into the game that really mess up the economy, such as like duplication glitches and whatnot. Anyways, the last question from the community was, what are your plans for Fallout 76 after Wastelanders launches? Bethesda answered saying, during the panel we mentioned that we are already having plans for future content through this year that we are excited about and that we hope you will love too. We are focused on releasing Wastelanders right now and will look to share more details about additional 2020 Fallout 76 content in the near future. Now, I've already covered this in the past, but here is their roadmap as well. I'm not going to read off everything here, but something I am pretty stoked about is, of course, Wastelanders releasing April 7th with the Steam release, and the Fosnot seasonal event coming back on May 19th. And I have a feeling this time the Fosnot event is going to be involving human NPCs. So that's going to be really interesting. Can't wait for that. But yeah, I guess that's our wrapping up this video, everybody. Just wanted to share some news as well as some more insights on these mystery items that have been recently introduced into the game. And by the way, if you're new around here, consider giving my channel a chance and sticking around and subscribing for loads more Fallout 76 content. As always though, that is totally up to you if you want to do so. I'm out of here though, everybody. Thanks for taking the time, watching and listening. Until next time, peace.